Wait
But
until marriage, you know what I'm saying?
Wait until marriage.
Yes, 4 daughters.
You know what I mean? Explore your sexuality, explore your body, give yourself permission.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine if you are new here. If you're new to the channel, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So I've talked about this many times before that most Black women are not raised to be wives. Most Black women are not raised to save their bodies until marriage. Most Black women are, taught to be free and, you could do what you want with your body and you only live once. And when you're young, have fun. Right. When we are growing up as little girls, a lot of times our mothers are not teaching us about our bodies properly. They're not telling us about safe sex and having those important conversations. They kind of drilling us to, don't get pregnant. They tell you boys are going to ruin your life, but they don't ever say, save your body. Your body is sacred. Your body should be cherished. Your body should be only given to your husband. Like it always is like from the place of like, just don't get pregnant, but they don't tell you to, they don't give you all the details on like why your body is so precious and no one should ever have the chance to impregnate you outside of your husband. Right. And unfortunately, we live in a society today where everybody is trying to be a 304 and call it something that is like it's just you're a hoe. And we promote hoe culture and we try to find a way to call it liberated. And if a man could do it, I could do it. And it's like, no, it's not cool. It will never be cool. But yet you have women, Black women who will always find a way to cheer it on. And I'm going to share both of these clips for y'all from the same interview on the Breakfast Club of this actress talking about her role in this TV show and just encouraging 304 behavior. Here's the first half of the clip. Let's come back and talk about it.
When you sat down in the writer's room, what is the one message you wanted Black women to take away from Standing on Business from season 2? You know what? I try not to get on a soapbox. The only time I got on my soapbox, I have to say, is episode 2 where my character is talking to this young girl who's afraid of going to prom because she wants to have sex, but she doesn't want to be viewed as a hoe. Mm-hmm. And my character is like, girl, be a hoe. And that is my one little soapbox because I feel like the way they raised us Black girls was so intense. It was like, keep your head in the books. You better not look at them boys. You better not come back and get pregnant. You better stay focused. It was so intense that I feel like I have so many friends that are like 35, 36, 40. They don't even know how to talk to guys. Jeez. And now they're at a point where they're like, I'm trying to get married and have kids and do all these things. And I've never even been outside. Yeah. And so I just don't want to take that away from white girls from Black girls because white girls get to be a hoe. Like that's a thing. It's like, go out and explore. Like, that's like yourself.
Change the language.
You're a father.
It's the whole part.
And she says in the show, I'm not saying be a hoe. We're being funny. But sometimes that line is so stark. Sometimes it's like, if you have sex at all, you're a hoe. If you go out with 3 dudes, you're a hoe. And sometimes I wish I had been outside a little bit. Just more.
To do what now?
You can go to eat with 3 different people today. Right. Respect yourself. Really what I'm saying is do what feels good to you. What I'm saying is don't stay inside because you think, oh, this is going to tarnish me or I have to stay so focused. Get comfortable in the company of the opposite sex. If you want to express yourself sexually, you should be able to do that. Obviously with someone who respects you and all of that stuff. That goes without saying.
So, I don't know where the whole Black women are raised are raised intense. And why Black women don't know how to date is because Black women sleep around. Black women are not being raised to be wives, as I said. So they don't know how to deal with men, but all they know how to do is open their legs. Okay, they know how to open their legs to these men. Okay. So trying to say be a hoe or be out here and don't let it define you. And if you want to be outside and you want to find yourself and no, this is the problem. Women are the problem. That you tell that's what you're trying to find a way to make that cool. And you shouldn't have to feel any kind of way if you want to go and do this and you want to do that. We ain't raised to that intense because more than half of us have a bunch of kids out of wedlock. So how intense were we raised? Ain't nobody telling us to close our legs. They're not. All they say is don't get pregnant. Boys will ruin your life. They're the worst for you. But yet you got all these kids. You watch your mom do the same thing. Your grandmom, your auntie. It's a mess. So to see somebody and you hear L'Oreal and Just Hilarious sitting there like, oh, yes. Ooh. What are we Are we serious? Are we seriously doing this? If this is what we use our Black voice for, to encourage this type of behavior, to encourage be free with your body, this whole liberated. Why does being liberated have to mean be outside, loose with your body? Because that's what they're basically saying. Because again, we are not being told to wait till marriage. And here's the other half of this clip, and I'm gonna just let y'all see the reactions to somebody saying that.
Till marriage, you know what I'm saying?
Wait until marriage.
Just for college. That's what we hope.
You tell your daughters to wait until marriage?
I mean, yes.
You don't have any sons, right?
No. But that's what the Bible says. Y'all don't want God. Did you read the Bible?
Oh, you read the Bible?
Did you
wait until marriage?
No, but I'm a sinner.
But do you wish you had waited until marriage?
Yes, I want my kids to be better than I was. That's the whole point.
I don't, because I don't even know that Black girls are going to get. What if you don't get married? Exactly. Oh, what if you wait until you get married? What if you wait till you get married? And you're like, I waited for this. This is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Explore your sexuality. Explore your body. Give yourself permission to feel pleasure and to be pleasured. I think that's really what it comes down to. Is Black women need to get in their pleasure bag and center their pleasure. And I agree. Like, I wasn't having sex when I was super young, and that's in the show as well. That's very true. And I think that would have confused me. Like, I feel like I would have fallen in love with some dudes that I didn't need to fall in love with. You know what I mean? So that's important. But once you feel grounded and centered and ready and with somebody who respects you, girl, enjoy yourself.
Do y'all see how disgusted her face was? Like, wait till marriage. Just like, what? Wait till marriage? What? What if you gotta wait and you don't like? But we was raised intense, huh? That would have been intense. That's what you call intense parenting, is telling you that your body is sacred and you should wait till marriage. And no man ever get your body outside of your husband. And if you do, it's sinful and you will be judged by God. Like, really, you know? But they were like, marriage? Did you wait till marriage? So because he didn't wait till marriage, he shouldn't teach his daughters that? These are the women. The women are the ones trying to deter you from what? We ain't waiting till no marriage. Clearly, we're not. Clearly, we're not waiting till marriage because we have all these kids out of wedlock. We have all these baby daddies. We've normalized this. But somehow, some way, we try to blame it on the men. The men are the problem. No, this is the conversations that are the problem. That we make this acceptable. That we find some type of joy and pleasure in trying to promote this. And I'm not saying you can't. No, that's what you're saying. Be a hoe. And be proud about it. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do that. And you can't do this. And to be disgusted by the idea of teaching your daughters to wait till marriage is diabolical. It is diabolical. You will never hear a man tell his daughter, don't wait till marriage, daughter. Go out there and just throw that cat everywhere you want to. Make sure you test drive that thing before you. I mean, they were all like, what? What? That shows how much we don't want the community to be better than us. Because of course, unfortunately, none of them, I'm sure, obviously waited to marriage. So you're like surprised that a man would be telling his daughter that. What would you prefer for him to tell her? What would be more acceptable as a father? But wait until marriage, I was just like, there's no way that they are disgusted, like utterly disgusted by the idea of waiting until marriage. It was like, that blew my mind. Out of everything that she said. And then you bring up the white girls get to be hoes. So if that is what's in their culture and that's what's cool for them to do, we want to adapt that mentality and say, well, the white girls get to be a hoe. Are we serious? The white girls also have higher marital rates than us. So why don't we follow that? How about we do that? How about we follow that statistic? How about we follow that part of the culture? Why follow the whole culture? Because we want to compare what they do it, so we should be able to do it. That's a problem. I'm not going to ever tell any one of the girls that I encounter to say, oh, well, the white girl get to do it, you should be able to do it too. That's all we want to try to compare ourselves to the white people. And it's always the negative side of the side of things. Compared to the marriages. Let's meet that rate. Let's change that dynamic. No, let's be hoes and let's be proud about it. And let's not let nobody make us feel bad about it because we don't want to be old and can't talk to men because all we know how to do is open up our legs and pop our cat, and men don't want to deal with us anymore because we don't know how to be in a relationship. That's how you was raised. You wasn't raised to be a wife. You wasn't raised to save your body. And that's supposed to be whose fault? Oh, okay. This is the reality, y'all, of these women. These are the women who are raising these girls. This is the agenda that they keep pushing on our girls of all backgrounds, all races. These are the women who are the problem. Okay. So when you want to talk about who's bashing women and who's bashing black women, who's hurtful to black women, these are women who are hurtful to black women, in my opinion. But as always, y'all, these are just my thoughts, just my opinion. Per the usual, share your thoughts in the comments, like the video, of course, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.